What's up? It's your girl, Mickey Hillary, aka Miss Fed Up, and I'm coming live back to you on Live on the Fed Up Show. I'm back. Yes, I am your host, and this is the space where real conversations happen, real stories are told, and real people are empowered to walk boldly in their purpose. Whether you're an entrepreneur, creative, leader, dream chaser, or simply someone looking for motivation to keep going, you are in the right place tonight. This show was created to inspire, uplift, and challenge you to push beyond limitations, silence the doubt, and step fully into the vision that has been placed on your life. So go ahead and tag a friend, share this live, and get ready for powerful dialogue, authentic moments, and life-changing insight. This is Live on the Fed Up Show, and the conversation starts right now. Yes, welcome back again, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. Tonight on Live on the Fed Up Show, we're stepping into the world of vision, creativity, sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of purpose. Our next guest is not just an actress. She's not just a producer. She's a builder of stories, a creator of opportunities, a woman who understands what it means to fight for the vision God placed inside of her. Because behind every scene, behind every production, behind every moment of success, people celebrate. There are long nights, silent battles, sacrifices, pressure, and the courage to keep going even when nobody sees the work. From in front of the camera to behind the scenes making things happen, Janae Black represents resilience, creativity, leadership, and the power of betting on yourself when the odds are stacked against you. Tonight, this conversation is about purpose, passion, and what it truly takes to survive and thrive in entertainment while remaining true to who you are. Please help me welcome to Live on the Fed Up Show, producer and actress, Miss Janae Black.
Hey, Hi,
Janae.
everybody.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on to Live on the Fed Up Show.
Thank you for having me. That was an amazing introduction.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try. I like to hear the guests say that, so I be trying to put my all into it. Okay. But for real, everything that was stated was definitely true, and I just started following you a few days ago, so I know it's true, and I've seen it for myself. And that's why we are here tonight, so that everyone else who haven't heard about you can now learn about you and know what you have coming up. So we're gonna jump right into this interview because I know you are a busy woman, and I want to make sure my muscle relaxer don't kick in too early. All right.
Okay, let's
So
go.
to begin, what made you fall in love with storytelling and entertainment itself?
Um, Honestly, I don't have like this amazing story. It's just something that was in me as a child. I have an older brother. He's like 8 years older than me, and I had to learn how to play by myself and be by myself. And I used to watch all of the award shows. This was back when you had the Source Awards and the Soul Train Awards and whatever. And I used to practice like accepting awards as if this was really like if I was an actress or what have you. And so it was just something that I always loved, like watching movies. And I always loved to write. And even when I would like get Christmas gifts, instead of me wanting to go play and put them together, I would get some paper and I would just write down everything that I had. And my mother used to say, all I need to buy you for Christmas is pen and paper because all you want to do is write. And so that's kind of where it started. And then I started in theater in like 2013. And then after that, it's just been my passion.
I love when a guest come on here and say they started with theater as
When
well
you
because
said it
hey,
earlier, I was like, wow. Yep.
I'm telling you, just about everybody that has graced the platform say they started with theater. So I love to hear that because I'm one that believes in alignment. Okay.
Yeah,
So I know that eventually in the near future, our paths will cross again
for sure.
some kind of way. Yes,
Yep.
some kind of way. So, but with that, stating your history and how you got started, how different is it to actually be on the stage or to be in front of the camera as an actress versus being behind the camera as a producer?
Um, it's very different, very, very different. I'm doing both with this project. So it was very hard to switch gears because I'm focused on the back and I'm focused on the front. And so my crew used to have to say, hey, you're an actress right now. You're not the producer. You're not you know what I mean? So it's very, very different just because in front of the camera, all you have to focus on is the execution of the lines and making sure that it feels real. Behind the scenes you have to watch for every single thing and it's moving really fast, you know what I mean? So it's really, really different, and it's very hard for me to tell you which one I like the most.
And I was gonna ask.
Yeah, no.
I was sure gonna ask. So okay, well you've answered that question.
Yeah, I
All
don't
right.
know yet. I'm still undecided. I'm still undecided. I think I like behind the scenes, just because I like seeing what I wrote happening. You know what I mean? I like to see it actually unfolding, but I still enjoy being a character in it. So I don't know yet.
For those who want to come behind and do this same type of let's see, embark upon the same journey rather, for those that want to be a producer, director, writer, actor, or actress, let's tell them what are some of the misunderstandings or let's see, hmm, some truths that those who want to come on this journey need to know when it comes to the pressure producers carry from being behind the scene versus on in front of the camera.
Um, so from a producer standpoint, some of the truths, it's long nights. It's not the most glamorous position, and it's probably one of the most underrated, right? No one, unless you're in the industry, you don't really think about, oh, that was produced by such and such, you know what I mean? Or that was you're really just focused on the character that, portrayed whatever and told the story, but you're not thinking about the person that was behind the scenes most times. There's not, it isn't 8 hours. There's no such thing as 8 hours on set, you know what I mean? And um, the post the pre-production and post is completely insane. It's not just someone gives you a script and you go and just do it. You know what I mean? It's doing location scouting and a whole lot of meetings where you're putting storyboards together and you're getting the feel of everything. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into making a film even way before you ever hear the words action or cut. You know what I mean? And then there's work after that. So I think everyone thinks it's easy, and it's it's the furthest thing from it.
Most definitely. So you need to know it's not going to be an easy cakewalk. You got to be ready to put in the work if this is what you wanting to do. Okay. We know it looks good once you're sitting in the theaters or sitting in your house watching the film on TV and be like, oh, okay, I can do this. Yeah. Be ready for what comes behind it. And I tell people, I like to jump in some of my shows every now and then, but I'd rather be on the backside now, writing, producing, and directing it because, and then sometimes I say, let me let somebody else do this and let me get back on the stage because I tell them you have to be the one that figure out the financial side of things, the promotion, the marketing, everything through A through Z to make sure all this goes together. Where if I'm just the actress, all I need is my script
All I have to do is show
and to
up.
know what time I need to be there. That's it. The pressure that comes with being on behind that camera is a lot. So for those that's looking to embark upon this journey, you got to make sure that you're ready for what comes with all of that. Now, how long have you been in the entertainment industry altogether?
I started in 2013.
Okay.
That was my first time. I mean, outside of the normal, church plays and school functions and, things like that, I didn't do anything really until 2013. I did a stage play in Atlanta. And then I just been going from there. And at first it was just plays. And then I started taking some acting classes, started doing background work, meeting people, networking. Georgia is amazing for their film network. Like you can get into some groups and some things and some, different casting agencies that just cast nothing but background work. And once you become a regular with them, they'll keep you, busy. And I just kept networking. And then I developed a crazy team. And then I'm like, hey, it's time for me to do my own thing. So
yes. On this journey, has there ever been a moment where you felt overlooked or underestimated in the entertainment industry, especially when you decided to pick up that producer hat?
No, I don't think that there's a moment where I felt that way. I think the worst part is just being typecast, and not even a lot of times they'll give you what they want you to have. So you don't get to look through all of the characters and say, oh, I want to play a teacher, or oh, I want to, go for this role or that role in the indie world anyway. If if you have an agent, a lot of times they'll tell you about other roles and everything, but in the indie world, they kind of put you where they want you. And I kind of find myself being put into the same box. And that's the only part about it that I hate the most. I don't think I've really been overlooked because I think that pretty much a lot of the stuff that I've gone out for, I mean, I have not landed some roles, obviously, but pretty much everything that I've really auditioned for, I've gotten.
Yes, that's what's up. And then, like I said, this platform, I love for people to come on and talk about what they have going on, but also to speak about the journey because once we're done and we put our hands down and say, "Look, I'm going to retire from this," is people got to come behind us. So I love for them to be able to hear from someone who has conquered the dream, who has traveled the path they're looking to travel, and learn some things. And one of the favorite questions I like to ask is, "What are some sacrifices you've made when it comes to being committed to your vision and your dreams and being a producer and actually writing films now that's going to get ready to premiere that we're going to talk about in just a minute." But yeah, let's talk about some of those sacrifices.
The biggest one is my time with my family. My so if you've ever done background work for Tyler Perry, you know that can be a 14-hour day. And so I started like doing that the most. I stayed booked with him, well, with his background agencies. And then after that, I started actually landing different films. And like I said, it's not an 8-hour day. Sometimes it's 12 hours, sometimes it's 14 hours. you film for weeks at a time. And
Mm-hmm.
I have a day job, and then I'm going to acting classes, and then I'm on set or doing whatever. So I sacrificed a lot of time with my kids, and even with me writing my own film. Um, I think I started in the worst time ever because Georgia got hit with a bad snowstorm, so it shut down production. Georgia barely ever gets snow, so this was just like, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very hard to get my team back on set, so it
Yeah.
took us a very long time to complete the movie, unfortunately. But just the determination that I had in getting back to it took a lot of time away from the kids. And so that was one of the biggest sacrifices I think that I made. I'm a really, really big family person, and I'm really big on spending time with my kids and making every single event that they may have. Um, so that was one of the biggest sacrifices. And then money. Obviously, it takes a lot of money to film a movie if you don't have a slew of investors.
Yes.
Um, so I sacrificed a lot of things, trips, fun things, just so that I could pay for, my film. So yeah.
Yes, and I love that you said it, especially about the financial side of things. Because just having a conversation with someone today, and they was congratulating me and giving me my kudos and flowers. And I made mention about a part-time gig, and I was like, and it was like, what? Girl, you all made it. You all up there in Atlanta now. You doing no 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 no. Listen, funding the dream. Whoo, man, let me tell you, it'll have you swimming in a sinkhole sometimes, and
Hmm.
you have to do what you have to do. And like you said, I have an 11-year-old, I have a mortgage, I have a car note and stuff, so I have to make sure that I stay afloat on this side of things, because I tell people I don't want to be one of those with that normal story of, yeah, I hit rock bottom and was homeless and living out my car. I don't want that
I don't
story.
want that
Okay.
story. And I, I appreciate the
Yes,
transparency from the ones who have traveled that road, but I have enough wisdom to not have to go down that same path. I heard you, I saw
I
it, I
heard you.
respect it, but I don't
Exactly.
need that to be my story. And I think a lot of times people get it confused because everyone nowadays have this I don't want to be a worker. I want to be a
Mm-hmm.
boss
Yeah.
mentality. And until we go on strike and no one's working, right? And then what are you going to do? we
What do you
saw
do?
we saw real time actresses, real
Yeah.
life actors and actresses
Yeah.
bussing tables and
Yep.
driving for Uber, and you know what I
Yep.
mean, because they couldn't pay for their lifestyle, you know what I mean, because they
Mm-hmm.
had not saved. Or and honestly, the industry plays you because you really think that the world thinks that it's you get all this money and you're
Mm-hmm.
just like, you know what I mean, and until you get
Mm-hmm.
that big role or that big deal, that's not the case. And even when you get that big role, that has to last you until you
Yes.
land the next big role. So it would behoove you to have a job to keep you, you know what I mean, to get your medical insurance at a decent rate, and like you said, pay
Yes.
that mortgage, pay that car note, keep your kids in sports and everything just in between, So
Mm-hmm.
that's my look on it. Everybody don't have to think
Yes.
like I do, but
Yes, my look too. And this is a part of the interview process that I love, and that's the transparency, the truth of things, because like a lot of you all have come on and said that a lot of people get it misconstrued and they think it's just, hey, rich, famous, glamour, and that, like, nope, that's not it. That's not what it is. You some of us are still having part-time jobs or working a
Mhm.
9 to 5 and juggling both. So I'm glad that you put that out there and let it be known as well.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you, because sometimes I know for me the journey gets hard, and you'll start questioning yourself like, hey, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Has
Mhm.
there ever been a moment where you asked yourself that question or wanted to quit? And if so, how did you convince yourself to keep going?
Right now. um no, seriously, this has been the most toughest journey because I'm used to working for someone else when it comes to a
Mm-hmm.
film, a play, what have you. So to be the person who actually wrote this, produced it, funded it,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot, right? And then just
Mm-hmm.
in the negotiation process, and just it takes a long time to secure a good distribution deal. And then planning a premiere and all of that, it just gets so overwhelming. And one thing that people also don't realize is you have to pay everybody else and wait to get paid.
Yes.
And it just gets, it got very discouraging, because like I said, a lot of my crew, we're working on big things, like really big things, and it took a while, like I said, to get back to my project. And after a while, I'm just like, man, did I waste my time? Was this, you know what I mean, was this a waste of my money? I know it's a good
Mhm.
project, I know that everyone will like it, but maybe it's just not my time. But my crew would not let
That's
me
good.
give up. Every time I tried to stop, they were like, pick your head up, you got this, you could do this, the world needs this story, you done
Hmm.
came too far, you could push through, push through, push through. And I mean, every single time I tried to quit, they were like, no. So um yeah, that's, I almost gave up, but I didn't. So we're here
Good.
and everybody's getting ready to see it.
Good. And I'm glad that you made mention of that, because I tell a lot of people, listen, the journey also requires you to have the right people around you, people that actually believe in you, people that they're going to trust the process and understand that we
Mhm.
get it out the mud, and they're going to encourage you, uplift you, especially when you need it, when you start doubting yourself or second guessing yourself. So I'm
Mhm.
glad you got that type of people around you. And let's jump into it and tell them, on June the 7th, you have your new film getting ready to premiere in Atlanta, Georgia at the Terra Theater, called Pay Attention.
Yeah.
First, tell us, how did you come up with the name for the movie?
I actually did not name the movie until I was done writing the movie.
Okay.
It was very, very different. I couldn't name it at first. And then after reading it over and over and over and over again, it just hit me, and it just made sense for that to be, um, it just made sense for it to be the name. So you have to watch the movie to really, really understand. But, and everybody don't talk about my wig, because this is a scene from the movie.
Say the Tyler Perry wig. Ain't nothing wrong with that Tyler Perry wig, girl. Go
This
ahead.
is this is a scene from the movie, actually, and so I'm in character on this flyer.
Okay.
So yes, don't talk about the wig. um, but yeah, so it fits. It just fits. So when you see the movie, you will get it, but it just fits.
Yes. Do you mind, or if you could just give us a brief synopsis on what Pay Attention is about?
Yeah. So I am a businesswoman, and I am at a park with my daughter. And as you can see in the trailer, if you've been on my page at all, the trailer's up, and it's my daughter gets kidnapped, and so it just takes us through a story of me looking for my child, and just dealing with the the hurt, the pain of having a missing child. And it kind of, without telling too much, it kind of goes into a whirlwind a little bit, because there's some sex trafficking going on in the movie as well. And
Mm.
so that's the day before, which is June 6th. I'm having a human trafficking awareness conference. So it's like a powerful 2 day event here in Georgia. And that's why pay attention is so important, because obviously I wasn't paying attention. I was so busy in my phone when my daughter was kidnapped. And so basically, as women, sometimes men too, but a lot of women, we're so consumed with work or life, with the kids have going on, and in our phones, and you literally will miss things that's right in your face. You know what I mean? And Georgia had a lot of human trafficking going on. And I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and we've had some crazy stories going. I mean, that happened in our city as well. So it kind of all played a part of the story that I wrote.
Yes. Oh wow. Even Arthur Ray Quinn just commented and said sex trafficking is such a strong topic that we need to talk about as a community. We do. We definitely do it, especially with our kids too, because
Right.
sometimes, as parents, we let our kids go and hang out with other friends or whatnot, and you see the stories on the news where now they're missing. So sometimes it's not even that they're with us and we're not paying attention. They're not paying attention either when we let them go out and hang with friends. So it's good to speak with them about it and talk to them. And I even tell my kid, I have a son, and I tell him too. I said, oh, they snatch boys too. Okay, they
Mm-hmm.
snatch boys. It's not just the girls. They snatch
Yeah.
boys too. You need to pay because he don't pay attention. He'll be in that phone just like this.
Right.
He don't know black van, white van. I'm
Mm-hmm.
drove up and scooped him up. He don't even know what's
Mm-hmm.
going on. Even he'll think I sent him. He won't know. So yeah, you have to have those conversations.
Yeah.
And I think also a lot of times, a lot of the kids and a lot of younger people who find themselves in these type of situations, the parents or the community or the family, we stray away from having those tough talks because sometimes we think in our mind it won't happen to us. This won't happen to my child, or this won't happen to
Yeah.
me. So yeah, and then Ray Quinn also said, yeah, because our children don't get the same media coverage as well when it does happen. That
Yeah.
is very true. We see that a lot too.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a great topic. Writing this type of film though, how heavy was that to write this type of it, knowing that it's relatable and it's real and it's happening in real time?
It was
Was
rough.
it? Mhm.
It was
Yes.
rough because we had a situation in Georgia where we just looked up one day and the news were announcing that 40 kids had been found. And everybody was like, now, wait, 40 kids? When did
When
they
did they
go
go
missing?
missing?
Exactly.
Exactly.
We like, well, now y'all this should have been a real alert. That,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
crazy. And so my daughter, she, right after that, I implemented a thing to where, I needed to know what you have on. Like before you walk out the door, I need to see you and really visualize you, take a picture because the first thing they say is what's the last thing they had on. And so many parents can't pay attention enough to be like, oh, she had on pink, blue, green, whatever. And even when she goes
Mhm.
with her friends over their houses and they go somewhere, she's sending me pictures of everybody. I need to know what everybody look like just in case. And it just puts some like I don't know, it put fear in me. So I'm overly paranoid. And so, but now she's kind of getting it, especially after
Mhm.
I wrote this movie. But it was very hard simply because I had to look into those other stories, right? And it was
Mhm.
overly sad. And then writing the movie and actually acting in the movie. And so
Mhm.
having to think about my child actually being taken and just going through the emotions of the movie because it is a heavy movie. It's a good movie, but it's a heavy movie. It's not something that's
Mhm.
just like, you know what I mean? It's going to
Yeah.
really wake people up. And
Mhm.
there was a moment on set where I feel like everybody needed a moment. Anybody that was there that day needed a
Yeah.
moment to like, yeah, because it was heavy. It was heavy. And it was just like, dang, because this could be my kid. You know what I mean? And I feel like the theater is gonna be like
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
what it's gonna make them think. So
Yeah.
and that's the point, right? So
Yes, it is. And now that premiere is happening June the 7th, Sunday, June the 7th at 7 p.m. at the Terra Theater. The premiere will happen in Atlanta, Georgia. All black casual attire. There is a red carpet event. Tell them about that. Is this can they purchase tickets for this premiere? Or do they pay at the door? Is it free? Give us a little information on that red carpet premiere.
yes, yes, yes. The tickets are being sold on Eventbrite, but you also can pay for your ticket at the door as well at the box office. So you can do either one. It is a red carpet. We will have some interviews going on, some pictures, but it's not a long event. So it's literally just 7 to 10. We should be out of there probably before 10. So we will be starting the movie, early so we can get in and get out because it is a Sunday. So I know everyone, probably already went to church or got to get home for work, so I won't keep you long.
Yes. Your cast. When you hit that final, that's a wrap. What were some of the feedback or comments or anything from your cast members once you all finished?
Um, the last day it wasn't that many. We had wrapped a lot of, pretty much a lot of almost everybody. But I still get messages to this day, especially when I said the premiere was coming and they were like, oh my
Mhm.
God, it's finished, it's finished, it's finished. And everybody was just like, man, you did that. Like, I'm so proud of you. Like, you really did an amazing job. Like, we loved working with you. Um, I don't know, like and I think they just saw like the perseverance and just
Mhm.
everything that I went through. Because when I say I had some trials, and oh my goodness, it was a lot of things, from medical issues to relocating, a lot of
Mhm.
things that happened throughout this, um, this whole journey. So they were like just, pouring into me and just congratulating me, and I'm like, yo, we did this, not me, but
Yes.
we did this. Like, they helped me. They helped me beyond, it was beyond just helping me on screen. They helped me behind the screen. So when I say this
Mhm.
is for us, this is not me. This is us. Like, we did this, and I'm so proud of them. And I have two teenage girls that my son went to school with, Olivia and Hannah, and they went to Pebblebrook with my son. And when I say they killed it, I
Yes.
mean killed it. Like, these babies did their thing. They are in a performing arts program at the school, and when I say they did their thing, I mean it's just my cast was amazing. So yeah.
I love that. To incorporate, hey, just regular kids. Like you said, they're in the performing arts and they went to school with your kid. Like, that's giving them experience.
And
They're
they
able to put
auditioned.
it and they are,
And they
come
really
on.
auditioned. Like,
That's
I
building a
didn't just
resume.
grab them. Like, they literally auditioned and killed it. So yeah.
Yes, I love this. I'm excited. Like I've known you personally forever, and just happy to see this finally happen for you. But
Thank
I
you.
know it has to be exciting because you're talking about a premiere that's happening in an actual theater, a very nice theater at that. Because I was there 2 weeks ago. It's very nice in there. Okay, but to see your film on that big screen, in the legendary Terra Theater in Atlanta, Georgia, I know that has to be some type of, just overjoy. Like, God is good, he answers prayers, like it's finally happening. And with all of that, from the start to finish, how long do you think the time frame was for you to write it, auditions, produce it, wrap it, edit it, and now hitting the theaters? How long has that process been?
2 years.
Oh, okay.
Well, like almost 2 years. Yeah, almost 2 years. I think I probably started it. Yeah, I started it in like the late summer of 24, and we were actually filming February of 25, and now we're here. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. And for those, because even Arthur Ray Quinn, his best friend, they actually reside in Pensacola, but they're from my hometown. He is a filmmaker. He does short films. He's won the festival, different festivals, short films or whatnot. He's real good, I'm overwhelmed and taken back with just watching him do his thing. And I'm like, he's from my hometown. I know him. We grew up together. Like, I can call him on the phone. Like, I
Hmm.
yes, but to see that though, how do you, I guess, figure out where in the city, in the area, you want to go film certain scenes, and then how do you make that connection with the people, I guess, that can give you the authorization to film in those areas?
Um, Again, my cast are they're amazing. My director, he was affiliated with Trilith Studios. He
Mhm.
actually did an acting class in their studio somewhere, and he had some connections. Another guy that worked with him, or his partner, actually, they just knew a lot of people out there, so they literally like conversed with a lot of people at Trilith, and I got a lot of locations off of Trilith Studios, which was amazing, by the way, to actually be
Yes.
standing and filming over there was crazy. And then other than that, it was really just location scouting. It was literally just
Mhm.
finding places and calling and talking to people.
Mhm.
A lot of the people that I'm working with are really filmmakers. This is really what they do all day. This is their life. So it's not
Mhm.
it's not just a bunch of like people I just threw together. This is what they
Yeah.
do. So they had a lot of suggestions and recommendations of where they filmed before, and we just kind of put it, plugged in the pieces. So
That's what's up. On
Yeah.
this journey, I tell people you have to be prepared and strong enough to handle the no's. How did you handle rejection, criticism, or even doors closing in your face while you've traveled this journey?
So I'm typically the type of person that I get what I want,
Come
uh,
on.
and I figure it out, right?
Hmm.
But this wasn't that easy. So it was very hard for it to be as slow as it is, and it's just happening on its own time. But I think that that's the biggest lesson that I was supposed to learn in the whole thing. Is just that you don't get everything that you want when you want it. It becomes when it's supposed to be. I've lost friends. I've lost people that I thought were friends, or
Hmm.
mentors or whatever in this process. And then but everything that someone told me no, or they closed the door, or they were supposed to help me, or whatever was supposed to have happened that didn't happen, I literally got it back tenfold. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Everything that
Yeah.
they were supposed to do, someone else came in and said, "Hey, I believe in you. This movie is going to be amazing. What you're standing for, this whole human trafficking thing is crazy. I'm going to do this for you for free, or I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to donate this."
Yes.
And I'm just overwhelmed with emotion, because while I'm sitting here like, "Oh my God, I'm so stressed. I don't know." And then it's literally just like the doors are just opening. And then the thing about it is that when I wrote it, I knew it was a heavy topic, and I knew that it was going to be powerful, but I
Hmm.
didn't expect the movement behind it. And I'm like, I wasn't a victim of human trafficking, right? And a lot of
Hmm.
times people want you to talk about things you've been through.
Been
So
through.
it was
Hmm.
hard for me to accept it at first. And I think I was kind of pushing back, like, God, I don't really want to do that, because I don't I don't want to play in people's face, because I wasn't there. But now I'm opening up, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna let them use me. So however this is, or whatever I gotta do. And since I've been more open to receiving it, everything has been falling into place the way that it's supposed to be. And it's just different for me, because I did get the no's. I did get some of the doors being closed in this journey, no matter how much money I tried to pay, or no matter, you know what I mean? So it was hard for me to handle at first, but now I'm just like, well, don't worry about it. It'll come back one way or another. It'll be even better. So
Yes. And let me tell you something. Again, alignment. I'm quick to tell people while we're trying to figure it out, God has already worked it out.
yeah.
When I get into my rants and I go to into the, they call me an evangelist, when I flip into my evangelist side, I have to tell I have to tell them I seriously, until you travel this journey that we travel, you won't ever understand what it means when it says what God has for you is for you, and He already has people aligned on your path that's going to help you. Even you don't even know who they are yet,
Right.
and a lot of times it's strangers. It's people who don't even know you or not even connected
Hmm.
to you. And then I saw a post on Facebook a few days ago that said, "Stop getting mad because people don't see your vision, because they was not on that call when God gave you the vision. It wasn't a conference call. That was
Yeah.
a two-way call between you and God. So stop getting mad about it, because
Yeah.
while we're trying to figure it out, He's already worked it out. And
Hmm.
that too lets you know too that this is for you. When you're sitting there like, oh, okay, they said no, okay, this is not happening, but then all of a sudden, boom, 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 stuff just starts falling into place
Hmm.
for you. And someone told me He didn't give you the vision for you to fail with it.
Yeah.
So He already has the plan for you. So I love to hear that for you, that that has
Yeah.
happened for you.
Yes.
And then too, to tell us when you're traveling this journey and you're stepping out on faith with a vision that's probably hard to explain to others. How do you balance all of this? How do you balance being a film maker now, a producer, a director, a writer, a mother? How are you balancing all of this?
Honestly, I don't know. um, I'm still amazed myself, but if you know me, you know that that's really my life, right? I've literally always had multiple jobs. Um, I'm either like in school for something, working, making all of my kids' events, and everyone, they're always like, I don't know how you do it. Do you sleep? Do you get, you know what I mean? So this is really just who I am. Like I balance multiple things well. So I don't know. I just do it. I have no organization method. I have nothing. I'm chaotic. I'm all over the place, but I function in my chaos. So
Yes, I know that's right. And I tell them, I said, I think I work better under pressure. I work better. I do need to work on my organization skills because I suck when it comes to organizational skills.
same,
I have to
same.
have stuff everywhere for me to feel like this makes sense. I have to have a million notes everywhere and stuff has to be just strode out. And then in those moments where I'm overwhelmed, I'm like, Lord, I should have organized this a little bit better. Okay. But I'm a girl's girl and I try to be a girl and root for us women. So what advice would you give to women that want to break into the entertainment industry but are feeling discouraged, or let's see, they don't they don't have the right motivation, I guess, people motivating them to go ahead and take that leap. What advice would you give though?
um, you don't need anybody to motivate you or push you into taking the leap. Just do it. Everyone, this isn't for everyone. This is not something that everyone can do, because if they could, they would be doing it. There will be naysayers and there will be people telling you why it won't work, but you can show them why it will for you if it's your vision. Um, everyone talked me out of it. Everyone was like, oh, it's expensive. Oh, it's this. It takes a long time to get your money back. Oh, it this, it that. You know what I mean? And so what is what I want to do. And if it's really what you want to do, you're not doing it for the money anyway. You're doing it because it's something that you really enjoy. And so, and if it's your God given purpose and
Mm-hmm.
vision, He's going to make sure that you don't go without. I'm not saying go sleep in your car and take your babies and live, and shower in gyms and stuff. I'm not saying that. If that's what
Mm-hmm.
you want to do, by all means do it. But I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying within your realms and your range, do what makes you happy, and don't look for people to cheer you on, because I guarantee you it will not be the people closest to you. It will be complete strangers that will pour into you and will help you and will believe in you and see the vision. It won't be easy. It won't happen overnight. Trust the
Mm-hmm.
process. Focus on your craft. Take it serious. Do acting classes or writers classes. Get with a team of people that are like-minded and you can bounce ideas off of each other. Don't go talk to people that want to be a nurse and you want to be an actress. It's not going to be the same. It's almost like when people say if you marry, don't hang out with single people.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Find like-minded people that, you guys can bounce ideas off of each other and help hold each other up when you feel like falling.
Yes, most definitely, most definitely. Now, for those who would like to be a part of any production you have coming up next, or to book you for to come out and speak to theater students, production, master classes, conferences, if they would like to book Miss Janae Black, how can they book you or reach you?
You can reach me at the at on Instagram, if that makes sense. Which is I am Janae Black, IamJANAE BLACK, or right now pay attention thefilm.com. So I'm sorry, at gmail.com. So yeah, either one.
All right, and then I do want to ask you before I go into that wrap up question. How do you stay authentic in an industry that constantly pressures people to try to fit into an image? How do you make sure you stay authentic?
Um, Honestly, I think it's just really who I am. I've never had to fit in. I've always been just me. Um, and if anyone has ever met me or been around me, everyone loves me. I'm just a regular chill person. And I just don't try to do too much. I don't try to fit in. I am literally just who I am. And I take that with me into everything from my film career to my job. And um, I just, I'm not going to sell my soul. I'm not going to do anything that I'm against for a check or for
Mhm.
notoriety or, for publicity. So, um, yeah, I think it's just who I am. I just stay true to myself. And if it doesn't feel good, I won't do it. So,
Most definitely. Now, 10 years from now, when they look back over everything you've done, when they bring them back up, pay attention, and they're talking about it at the indie film festivals somewhere. When they say Janae Black, what is it that you want them to be able to say about your legacy when it comes to acting and producing films?
Um, that I was a trailblazer and that I gave a lot of people opportunities. I made a lot of stars. I want to be the person that give a lot of opportunities and a lot of fair opportunities. I don't want it to be like I robbed anybody. I gave them pennies, you know what I mean? I gave them an opportunity and it started their journey.
Yes, yes. Listen, I have learned a lot from you just in these 45 minutes of talking to you.
Aw.
But for those who come in late or just joining, they're watching it live, I do want to run back through something. Sunday, June the 7th, the movie Pay Attention, the movie premiere will take place. Doors open at 7 p.m. It is a red carpet experience at the Terra Theater in Atlanta, Georgia. Tickets are on eventbrite.com. We have on live on the Fed Up Show right now the writer, director, and producer, Miss Janae Black, and she's also an actress in the film as well. That's her right there with that good wig on that flyer. You see her. That's her. Okay. So yes, get ready to check this out. It's about sex trafficking. It's relatable, it's real, and it's something that needs to be witnessed and talked about in our community, in all communities around the world, but especially in our community. Because I'm sorry, we're gonna keep it real. Like another person commented on the post earlier, our when our kids and our people get kidnapped, it doesn't get the same type of big coverage as others. So we need to make sure our people are informed. And the best way sometimes to inform them is to put something in their face that's going to also entertain them. So pay attention. It's going to draw out some emotions. It's going to be a powerful movie, but it's going to be also informative and educational. So please go out if you can. Grab your ticket. Be there in person. Put on your all black and walk that red carpet and take a picture with the hit maker
Yeah.
herself, Miss Janae Black, and get her autograph. Okay, you better get that autograph because she is somebody. Do you understand me? So the movie, once again, is Pay Attention. It is called Pay Attention, and it has its own website. Pay Attention. Oh, your email address was payattention@gmail.com.
The movie at
Was that
gmail.com.
right? The movie at gmail.com, and you can also reach out to her on Instagram. I am Janae Black. Send her a message in her DM. Let's keep her booked and busy. She needs to be in front of a lot of young people who want to be filmmakers and give them some insight and educate them, because once again, once we're done, that next generation has to come behind us. And what better way to be impactful and leave something in our legacy, and that is to be able to inspire, empower, motivate, encourage, and educate those coming behind us. So please make sure, if you're in the Atlanta area, go to the premiere Sunday, June the 7th at 7 p.m. at the Terra Theater. Tickets are on eventbrite.com. Put on your all black and strut down that red carpet, okay?
Yes, yes.
I wish I could be there in person to see it, but I don't know. If God says the same, I might be able to work something out. But I'm excited about it already, though, and I pray that it's very successful and that you reap the fruits of your labor, and that you get the pouring outcome and response from those who come witness it, that you got when you wrote it and you got the vision for it. So I hope it's everything and more that you can wish for when it comes to a
Thank
premiere.
you.
Yes. So I once again to besides talking about the movie, your insight on your journey. Thank you for being honest. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
having that conversation with us and letting us know about the good, the bad, the sacrifices, the struggles that comes with this. Your creativity and your truth you shared with us tonight. Your story reminds us that success in entertainment is not just about talent. It's about resilience, sacrifice, vision, and the courage to keep creating even when the roads get difficult. Tonight, you showed us what it looks like to stop waiting for opportunities and start building them for yourself. So, to everyone watching, let tonight remind you that your vision matters, your creativity matters, and the dream inside of you deserves a chance to live. Don't let fear, rejection, or pressure stop you from becoming who you were created to be. Once again, we have the writer, producer, director, and actress of the movie Pay Attention, Miss Janae Black, on Live on the Fed Up Show. And it was your girl, Makia Laree, your host, aka Miss Fed Up. Thank you all for tuning in and sharing the live and continue to support these powerful conversations. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and join us again live on our YouTube channel on the Fed Up Productions, live on the Facebook platform, Makia Laree, and short clips will be posted to Instagram. Coming up this Tuesday, we have the actress, Miss Erica Hubbard, will be joining us on Live on the Fed Up Show, and we will keep these powerful conversations going. So until next time, stay creative, stay resilient, and stay fed up about your purpose. Good night, everybody. Miss Janae Black, thank you once again for joining us. It was a great conversation, and I so
Absolutely.
enjoyed you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Most definitely. You have a great night and a great premiere, and I will be tuned in and watching, okay?
Thank
All
you. Bye
right.
bye.
Good night, everybody. We'll holla. Peace.